orientation for the career cluster lesson, or it's also called the Holland Self-Directed Search. So let's just go quickly through our Naviance orientation. Naviance is a great program that helps you find out about what careers you want to explore, what colleges or any kind of post-secondary education that you want to look at after high school. It also helps you build resumes, which you'll need for any kind of employment, and for scholarship applications and college applications, and also scholarship search. So it's a website that has lots of uses for you. Getting started, connection.naviance.com/Lebanon Senior High School. Connection.naviance.com/Lebanon High School. It's really important that you put the SHS on at the end. If you don't, it'll show up as a different Lebanon High School somewhere else in the country. So make sure, not connection.naviance.com/Lebanon SHS. The way that you log on for Naviance, this is actually your username. It's the same username that you guys use for your Schoology account, and your password is the same Schoology account, so you don't have something new to learn there. Once you log on, let me show you what it looks like when you first do that so you know the page. So let's type in the address, connection.naviance.com/Lebanon. See, if I just put in Lebanon, oh, let me look again. Connection.naviance.com/Lebanon. Okay, it had it automatically filled in there, but you got to make sure you put the Lebanon SHS in there. You put in your regular username and you put in your regular password, and when you do that, this is what your page will look like. Where we're going to go first is we're going to click on Careers, and we're going to click on the Career Interest Profiler. That's the assessment that you'll be doing today. From here, it's pretty easy. You just read the directions, and then you start to profile, you start answering questions. This is what the results will look like once you're done with the assessment. You'll have a scale. That's the Holland scale. It's realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. And in about a minute, we'll talk more about that, about what all these mean. Basically, though, you take the assessment, and then the system matches you with different occupations that have matched with the way that you answer the questions. It's not a predictor of the future. It's not a crystal ball. It's not telling you this is what you're going to be. What it's saying is that the way that you answer the questions, these are some careers that look like they will match. It also breaks it down by the preparation level. So some preparation, meaning very little education after high school or none, some more education, and then more four-year college and things like that. So it breaks it down not only by what careers you might have an interest in, but it also breaks it up by education level that's required. When you click on each of the careers, then you get a lot of information about each one. You find out what kind of money the person makes, what kind of tasks and activities they do every day on their career, what knowledge and skills, and there's a basic job description. You can also click on here to find related majors and to find colleges that have those careers. There's also a video on most of the careers that you can find. You can just watch the videos to find out more about it. If you like this career, there's little words up here that say add to my list. This is part of your assignment. We want you to add careers to your list. If you find something that you like, add it to your profile. All you have to do is simply click on it, and it goes into your profile. When you get to the point where you're going to do a journal entry, you click on the About Me tab. I have it circled here. You click on Journal, and let me show you what that looks like from the live side here. You click on About Me, and if you're going to create a journal entry, you click on Journal, and you add new entry, and you simply name it something, and then share it so that your teachers, your counselors, and parents can view what you've written, and then you type in what you've learned about the assessment. And that's always part of the assignment. So let's go through and look to see what your actual assignment is for the day. Okay, so your assignment is to read and review the Holland PowerPoint, which we're going to do in a minute. Complete the career interest profile, which is the fun, easy part because you get to learn about you. You're going to identify possible careers, and we want you to identify and add these to your list of favorites. Add at least 5 to your list of favorites. Lastly, you're going to click on the About Me tab and click on the journal link, and you're going to create a new journal entry called Career Interest Profile, just as we did here. So again, About Me, click on Journal. In this case, we're going to add a new one, and then we call it Career Interest Profiler. From there, you're to answer these 2 questions. Describe 3 things that you learned from completing the activity, and what impact did completing the activity have on your thoughts about your future career choices. It's in the Collins writing format, so it's something you guys are very familiar with. Let me show you now a little bit about the Holland career theory and what the idea is about this. In the course discussion, in the class discussion, you're going to talk about the difference between a career and a job. And here's some possible answers you guys can take a peek at. I'm going to skip through this, but I want you guys to pause so you can read each one of these. There's a lot of overlapping things. The basic idea with a career that it's longer term versus temporary. It usually takes a lot more training. For a job, it's shorter training. Higher salary and benefits for a career, lower salary, higher satisfaction level, lower satisfaction level. Typically, a job is something you're doing to gain just plain old work experience, but a career is something that you're doing that you want to do for life. Now, there are overlaps. You learn to follow directions, you learn to work with others, you learn employability skills, basic things that are very important, being on time, responsibility. You do get paid. You learn how to save your money. You learn how to manage your money, hopefully. So there is a lot of overlap between careers and jobs. And if you look at it, there's an awful lot of overlaps between careers and jobs in school. For example, extensive training, something you have to do. Those are things that are linked together, but also learning how to follow directions, learning how to be responsible, learning how to be dependable. Having a job certainly is not a bad thing in any thought at all. It's a good thing. It teaches you, again, the value of money, how to deal with challenges, how to schedule your time. Teaches you about things you might enjoy and things that you might not enjoy. It teaches you about responsibility.
Mrs. Pfeiffer and Mrs. Limaster,
a career that you can provide an opportunity.
Mrs. Pfeiffer and Mrs. Limaster,
the idea behind a career is this. Do what you love to do. You never work a day in your life. If you do something that you love to do, it doesn't feel like work. That's the whole idea, and that's our hope for you when we do these lessons. Okay, so what John Holland said was that if people are involved in careers that they have, that they're better matched, they're going to enjoy those careers much better. It's very broken down, but that's the basics of it. If you're better matched with your personality traits with the careers, then you'll enjoy it more. Okay, so these are the different types. You have a realistic type. These are hands-on people that like to work with tools, like to work with things more so than people, better with mechanical skills and social skills. And then here's some matching occupations. And again, you can hit pause here so you can read through each one of these. Investigative. These are analytical people, like math and science. Avoid having to persuade others. They're analytical, cautious, complex, curious, better academic skills and social skills. And again, please pause this so you can read a list of the descriptions. Artistic. It's a creative type. It doesn't mean that you have to be an artist, but that the person is creative. So yes, it could be an artist, but it doesn't have to be someone who is an artist. They're better with creative skills and clerical skills. They like creativity better than routines, and they value self-expression and independence. Social. These are people, like working with people more than things, like to help others, better with social skills than mechanical skills. And please, again, pause these so you can learn more about them. Enterprising. Enjoy leading, selling, motivating others, like to be in leadership positions. They're ambitious, extroverted typically, self-confident, better persuasive skills than scientific skills. They are the persuaders. And again, pause here so you can learn more about the description. And then you have the conventional. These are the organizers, prefer order and routines. They value accuracy, persistence, enjoy working with things, numbers, or machines. Better technical skills and creative skills, and avoid work that does not have clear directions. And you'll see just a few matching careers right here. And again, a broader list. The idea is this. If a person is realistic, the person that is furthest away from them on their scale is social. So these people probably are not as similar. So if you're realistic, more likely than not, you're going to have another I and another A. So your top score might be realistic, but you might have an investigative portion or an artistic. For example, take a carpenter. You might have somebody who's great with hands-on stuff. They have to solve problems with the use of materials and measurements, but also if they're creating great pieces of carpentry and woodworking, then there certainly are an artistic type. All of us have within us each one of these. It's just that one will typically rise to the top. It'll be your primary, and then you'll have two other ones that will be secondary. So for example, someone who might be a counselor might be a social. They like to work with people. They might be investigative because they like to problem solve. And typically people who work with people have the creative type with them. Doesn't have to be. You could have a counselor who is social. They could be enterprising. They might be out in front. They might be more of a leader person, and they might be very well organized. But the factor that links them together would probably be social, that they like to work with people. Okay, folks, that is the lesson for the Holland Self-Directed Search or the Career Interest Profiler. You guys have your assignment. It's a great thing for you guys to learn more about yourselves. So enjoy. Thank you.